Okay, hi everyone. If you can hear me, um, just let me know. Maybe you can send something in the chat so I can know that I'm being heard. Hi everyone. If you can hear me, just let me know. Maybe you can send something in the chat so I can know that I'm being heard. Hi everyone. Cool. Welcome everyone to today's live stream. This is my first time streaming, so apologies for the quality and also for the delay. I was just trying to figure out how to actually set up the live stream. I'm just gonna go ahead and send out a tweet to let everybody know that we're live right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let's say we're sorted. Come join us. Cool. I'll just go ahead and just make sure everyone knows that we are live. And all right. So I will then see if I can take the link for the stream. I'm not sure where to find it though. I don't know how to find it. Does somebody know how I can take the link of a stream? Is this it? Share it. Oh, there it is. Lovely. Perfect. Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone. So today's live stream is about Mirrorworld's Smart SDK. So I think I'll first do a brief intro so everybody knows what I'm talking about. So the Mirrorworld Smart SDK is an SDK that allows Web3 builders or gaming builders or developers to build effectively on Web3, and we were able to package all the most of the complicated features into a single SDK that can be consumed. The reason why we build it is because Mirrorworld has a background in building games and blockchain games in particular, and we encountered a number of problems when trying to build and integrate blockchain technology. So we first deployed on Ethereum, and then we encountered problems like the high gas fees, which ideally wouldn't be ideal for gaming. Then we moved on to Solana, and then we found that we had to compose a lot of things ourselves, and this was very earlier on when a lot of applications had not yet started deploying and building on Solana. But with time it started to grow, and now we were able to overcome a lot of these problems, one of which was authentication, and today's live stream will be mostly about authentication. So just a brief intro about the SDK. It provides powerful APIs for building on Web3. You have authentication, which makes it very easy to do. We have marketplace and NFT APIs, which are very powerful to build on top of, as well as wallet features like token swaps and on-ramps as well. The most critical thing that I wanted to talk about today was authentication, because this is a very challenging problem for different builders on Web3. And why this is a problem is whenever a user visits an application for Web3 dApp for the first time, I could quickly show you an example. Let's see if I was to go to say OpenSea.io. If I was not logged in, I think here I have to go through the process of installing all these extensions, either one of these extensions, just to make sure that it works. So you can see I have all these extensions installed, but you'll find that, say for example, on mobile, the user may not necessarily have these extensions installed. So how would I connect to MetaMask? So that means the user has to download another wallet, a new application for the wallet, the MetaMask app on their phone. I could show you what it looks like. It may not look very clear on the screen right now, but next time I'll have a better video. But I just want to show you that you now need to have two applications on your phone so you can access OpenSea, and that's ideally not like a really good place to be. So now here, this is the MetaMask app. I have it here. So if I were to log in on MetaMask on my phone, I would have to first visit OpenSea, then it would switch the browser to MetaMask so I can sign a message, and then it will eventually log me in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it automatically switches back to the browser, or I have to manually go back to the browser. And in a gaming instance, or if you're building a quality application, you don't want that experience of switching between apps. So we were able to solve that using Mirrorworld's Authentication API. And how it works is the wallet schema is non-custodial wallet, which relies on multi-party signer. So that means even though the wallet is on our infrastructure, on our back end, we really do not actually have access to the private key, because the private key is split into different parts, and these parts are distributed by some of our partners within our network. And so the way that we generate a user's private key is, or a wallet for a user, is that we compute the public keys of each of the individual participants in the network to generate a new public key, whose private key does not actually exist manually. We'd have to compute it to actually reassemble it. So you could think of it as though you cannot reconstruct the user's private key by hacking one server. You'd have to compromise all the participants in the network. So our wallet is very secure, so you can rest assured we're using it in our games. And here I'm going to show you what it looks like in in JavaScript. I am primarily a JavaScript developer, but today I'm going to learn how to develop on Android. You can see here the what it looks like to create the instance of the SDK, and then you can log in with the user, and that would open a wallet. So today what we're going to build is something similar to this. I built this demo to showcase the SDK. As you can see, it auto logged in my user profile, but the way it works is if I click this, it would then open the wallet UI, and then that would perform the login. And I can go ahead here and say login with my email. And once that happens, then I would have the user's wallet here. So I would like to build something like this in Android. We have an SDK for it. If you head on over to the docs and you can explore, you can see that we have an Android SDK as well. And the Android SDK covers these features. Here it shows how to install it and how to set it up and how to use it. And the full API documentation as well is here. So I just want to get through this first page in this live stream. So bear in mind that I have zero experience building with Android. I have never built with Android, so I'm going to learn with you guys probably watching me, and maybe you could share some feedback. Maybe if you have some ideas or on what I should or shouldn't do, please let me know. All right, so looks like there's a broken link there. I don't know how I opened it. Was it one of these? Okay, I think this can be fixed. I'll just go ahead and quickly fix that. I believe that URL should be instead of Android API reference, it should be Android API. And I'll say here fix docs link for Android API. All right, cool. And I'll head back to our documentation. Awesome, that should auto deploy and fix everything. All right, lovely. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the process. So I've never built an Android app, so I'm just gonna go and Google how to build an Android app. How to start Android app. Maybe I should probably start with the Android Studio. I am familiar with using Android Studio. I've used it once before. This was a project that I had set up a few days ago. In preparation for this stream, I created a new app called Learning Android. This is literally out of the box. And right now I have some code here. I'm not sure exactly what these files are. But my objective is to use the MirrorWorld SDK inside this project. So maybe I can take a look at the comments to see if there's anybody who is familiar with Android development. So I will just take a moment to take a sneak peek and see here what is going on. And so this here is the Android theme. Let me just take a look at the live video, if I may. If I look at live, Okay, I'm not sure I know how to see the live comments on the video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open OBS. It might be a bit jarring for you guys. Okay, there's no, all right, okay, I'm just gonna turn on this live chat for everything, so in case of anything, you guys can give me some feedback. Awesome. All right, cool. We'll now proceed with let me take a look at this. Here it says create an Android app with Android Studio. Oh, there's official documentation. If I see official documentation, I click. So create a hello world app. And I would like to understand the resources overview. Okay, so you should place each type of resource in a specific subdirectory of your project's res directory. Resources are the additional files and static content that your code uses, such as bitmaps, layout definitions, user interface strings, animation instructions. Okay. You should externalize app resources such as images and strings from your code so that you can maintain them independently. You should also provide alternative resources for specific device configurations by grouping them in specifically named resource categories. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm guessing under the resource directory, which I saw, I think here, we had like drawable, map, and XML, as well as values. Okay. Okay, so I think this goes ahead to talk about the different, basics that it has there. All right, let's see the Android application fundamentals. Each app lives. Let's read from the top, really. Kotlin, an Android app bundle, which is an archive file with an AAB, Android app bundle suffix, contains the contents of an Android app, including some extra metadata that is not required at runtime. An AAB is a publishing format and is not installable on Android devices. It defers APK generation and signing to a later stage. When distributing your app through Google Play, for example, Google Play's servers generate optimized APKs that contain only the resources and code that are required by the particular device that is requesting installation of the app. So each Android app lives in its own security sandbox, protected by the following Android security features: Android operating system. Okie dokie. All right. App components. So there are components that are essential building blocks of an Android app. Each component is an entry point through which a system or a user can enter your app. Some components depend on others. There are 4 different types of app components: activities, services, broadcast receivers, and content providers. Interesting. Activities, services, broadcast receivers, and content providers. Is it true that maybe perhaps content providers distribute? I don't know if these two are related. My understanding was receivers would consume something from these providers, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. An activity is an entry point for interacting with the user. It represents a single screen with a user interface. And okay. For example, an email app might have only one activity that shows a new email. Okay. Another activity to compose an email. Another activity for reading emails. Also, that's what they are. I think these are components. So in Vue.js, we have components as well, but I guess these are activities. I wonder what composes an activity. Such a different app can start. Okay, keeping track of what the user currently cares about. All right, then we have service, general purpose entry point for keeping an app running in the background. So the difference is this would run in the background, and this one has some user interface. It represents a single screen with a user interface. That is what the difference between an activity and a service is. Okay. A service does not provide a user interface. For example, a service might play music in the background while the user is in a different app. Or it might fetch data over the network without blocking user interaction. Okay. Broadcast receivers, a component that enables the system to deliver events to the app outside of a regular user flow, allowing the app to respond to system-wide broadcast announcements. Okay. I see. I guess that's where like the status bar notification. Oh, okay, they don't display a user interface as well. Okay. And then content providers manages a shared set of app data that you can store in the file system in a SQLite database. And Okay, I guess it's pretty clear. Well, all right, cool. My objective here is to see what I just built in here. Let's build and refresh, because so this was just a new Android app that I created. I don't know if I should go ahead and create a brand new one with some templates, because I didn't want to have to rewrite everything from scratch, because I'm quite new to this actually. But I'm willing to see what is going on here. Oh, okay, all right. It wants me to turn on my proxy, which I will. Oh, first I would actually like to remove the proxy. So for those of you wondering why I have a proxy on, the reason why I have it is because usually I am in China, and in China the internet is lovely, and sometimes I may need to actually okay, good. I might need to actually use a proxy to perform some very specific actions. So as a result, I am sometimes might need to actually have a proxy running here. But it does interfere with the live stream, which is why I've turned it off. And let's see, it still seems to have the same issue. It might need me to clear the cache and invalidate caches and restart. Okay. All right, I think I'll just restart. I'll restart. Hopefully it will now build the UI. Okay. All right, Buidl is now building. Cool. So while it's building, I'm gonna just take a look again. And oh, maybe I should talk about this. So I'm organizing a meetup on Monday. That's 2 days from now. If you're in the Arizona region, currently this is where I am. We have a couple of people who have already signed up. It would be great to see you there. I'm just trying to meet other Web3 devs that are in the area, and we can talk about what you're working on, what problems you're facing, and I can also, get some feedback from the problems that developers encounter while building Web3, or what they're excited about. So, and it's also a good place for you to meet up with other people. And just going to take a sip of coffee. And you can learn from their previous work and their past experiences as well. So it's definitely something that I recommend. So if you are, I'm gonna take this link and post it in the chat. Not sure how to do that. Let me just see if I can do it directly from here. Oh, hi, Karwak. This is Sibran. Hi Sibran, how are you doing? Thanks. So this is a link to the Web3 dev meetup. I'll put this up. I don't know why I can't find the app. I don't have an app. Okay, there it is. Yeah, awesome. So it would be nice to see some other developers come in and share their experiences, and we have a couple of people signed up, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope that it will be a nice learning experience for everyone. Cool. So all right, let's just take a look and see if okay, looks like our Gradle build failed once again. I think I might have to forcefully invalidate the caches, so I'll just do that. It's usually it might take now a bit longer to restart, but I wanted to take a look at the SDK here so I can understand what's going on. So first of all, it asks me to go to the developer dashboard and create a project and API key, which I already have, but I'll just go through the process so everyone can see what I am doing. So I'll create my account, brand new account. As you can see, I already made one here, but I will create a new project and get the API keys. So this is my project. I will delete this project after this live stream, so even if you see the API key, I will delete it. So let's just call this Android authentication. So you can even if you take screenshots, as with SDK, create a new project, and then here will take you directly to the tutorials page, right? But you can also go to the project page as well, directly from here, but you can also test your API key to see how you can fetch. So now I can see my user address, my wallet address on Solana, right? And you can also fetch NFTs as well. You can fetch the information about an NFT. As you can see, it's a very fast request. It's really, really quick, and you can copy this and try it also in your terminal. So I'm going to open up my terminal here. I'll zoom in so you can see, and there we go. Oh, all right. Also my my local environment seems to want to turn on the proxy. I'll just turn it on briefly for this request. Hopefully it catches up, and let's see. All right, there we go. Oh, I might need to create a new window actually, because the old one, well, I guess there's something going on with my local environment, but as you can see here, it runs quite smoothly. It fetches the actual NFT data. So you can copy the request, or you can go over to the tutorial. So the tutorials, there's specific guides on what to do. So for Android, so it says first step is to put the file. I think we have to first download the Android SDK from the releases. So I'll just go ahead and do that, download it. And the next step is to add the following to your build.gradle file. Okay, or put it inside the libs folder on your project. Okay, so I will copy this file, go to GitHub. Actually don't know where I made this project. Was it? I'm not sure where I made this project. I'll take a look. Can I reveal this in Finder? Open in Finder, yeah. Okay, there we go. Build libs. All right. I'll bring that in here. Wait. Okay, good. Then the next step was to add the following configuration to the build.gradle. So I will copy this. Where is our build.gradle? Build.gradle. There we go. Dependencies. Okay. And the next step is to, inside the activities, I have to set my API key. So activity equals this. All right, cool. First, I'm just going to make sure our application is actually able to run. So while we are looking at this, I was hoping to see if I could. Okay, all right, it seems to work. Can I run it now? I wonder if I could run the app. I could build the app in okay. I wonder if I could run it in a simulator. I wonder how to do that. I am as you can tell, I'm quite new to this, and let's see. Okay, I have my simulator devices here. All right, what do I do? Okay, problem. Okay, occurred evaluating root project learning Android, cannot find method implementation for arguments in directory lib. I wonder if I put it in the right build.gradle. It's likely because there's two build.gradles. Oh, okay, all right. I think it was here. Perhaps this is where I should have put it. Let's see if that will work. And let's try to build again. Okay. It says here layout of constraint bottom of not found. I wonder what oh, okay, I think I know why. It's because I made my project without anything. I made it empty. So I'm gonna try again. I'm sorry you guys have to go through this. So I'm just going to see if I can create a new project, and let's see. See if I can create a new project with some activity, because I made one with no activity, so it was looking for something, and I think probably that's something we should add in the docs. I will use this layout. I'll use this layout because I think the tabs make more sense. They're usually a great way. So let's call this Authentication SDK, right? Authentication mirror world. And okay, that looks good to me. All right, I will finish. I will also close this file. I'll close this file. I'm going to go back to the Finder and I'm going to copy this directory here. This is in users, Android Studio projects, authentication mirror world, under app libs, and I'll paste this file here that we got from our project. Okay, new Kotlin version, blah blah blah. Okay, version was not found in any of the sources. So how do I go ahead and deal with that? I just saw a message right now, a notification, if I recall correctly. Okay. Maybe it wanted to have this installed, a new version of Kotlin. So I'm just going to Google this problem here and find out what's going on. Yeah, so this is the process of I don't need that page, so I'm just going to close this. This is usually what we go through when learning to build new things. So let's see, was not found. Okay, so check your internet connection and make sure it's not restricted, turning off proxy for all tunnels. Okay, with a VPN app. Okay. Well, then it seems like it was just a network issue. Let me just try again. Let's try again. I'll try again. Let's try again. It's also asking me to restart to update plugin updates, to activate plugin updates. Well, let's restart, I guess. Yeah, apologies guys, and I think this is quite interesting. All right, so it installed this, the sync has started. Let's see what is going on this version of Kotlin. Okay, again, it seems to be this issue was not found in any of the following sources. All right, what was the solution that I saw here was to some reason activated offline work. Okay, toggle, so disable its settings, build, execution, deploy, build tools. Wow, so many nested items. So it was settings, build, execution, deployment, then build tools, Gradle, deselect offline work. Okay, I think I know where that is. Build, execution, deployment, build tools, Gradle, uncheck offline work. Well, I don't see it here, so why would it be a problem? I don't see it here, so maybe that's an older version of Android Studio. Okay, it got fixed. Okay, build tools, Gradle, the Gradle JVM. Okay, let's see, build tools, Gradle. How do we, right now it's the default one. So it's a Gradle.jdk. He changed it to well, doesn't seem like a very clear answer for this. Let's see one of the more recent ones. Okay, it was 5 months ago. Okay, so it will install. Okay, by changing my VPN, which will make Android Studio connect to Google, disabling offline mode. Oh, okay. If button is off, press it twice to disable the offline mode. So it will be view. Okay, view tools, Google. Okay. All right. Let's try another one. View. Tools. What was that? View, tool windows, and Gradle. View, tool windows, Gradle. Where is Gradle? There it is. And he sent an image, if I recall. Okay, so I have to click that twice. How do you know it's on? Okay, looks like it's off. All right, let's try again. Let's try again. One thing I wanted to see here is to see whether it's not trying to connect through a proxy. I'll just check one more time because I do recall turning the proxy off. Okay, it's off. So plugin is not in org.gradle namespace. Well, let's Google this. This seems like an interesting error. Okay, let's see. Okay, it looks like it works. This helped. Okay, in your settings.gradle. Okay. In the line of your settings.gradle, above include app. Okay. Settings.gradle. Where is settings.gradle? Above include app. Oh. Interesting. All right, let's just try that again. Maybe this will work. Okay, so it says it's searched in these repositories. I guess it's the plugin in particular that it's unable to find. Could not resolve this plugin. And so it looks recent. Let's see. Okay. It says he had to update my JDK version to 11. Updated the path in my project structure, validate caches, and restart Android Studio. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, this issue was not really resolved, so I'm not sure. Okay, so there are repositories such as Maven Central. Did I search the Maven Central repository as well? Gradle Maven repo. Okay. It looks like it did. Let's see, repositories. I were to search one of these, the plugin files, okay. Does anyone have any idea how this ideally should work? Okay. Oh wait, it's a different error now. Okay, com.android.application was not found in any of the following resources. Aha, lovely. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Well, that's quite strange though. Okay. This is a bit strange. I don't know if this is an issue that my Android Studio is not up to date. Let's see. Alright, there's one patch available. Maybe if I install this patch. Okay, I'll update and then restart. Maybe if I install this patch, it will make this problem go away, because it seems to be like a build tool error. My coffee is almost gone cold. And yeah, my goal once again is to is to see if I could get through this tutorial, but I think I'm stuck on Android in particular because I haven't I'm not very quite familiar with the details of the Android setup, but I'm not even sure if I'll still have enough time to cover it today in this stream, but we'll just keep trying. Let's keep trying until I'm able to at least get something here. Alright, so it's now updating. Yeah. So how have you guys been? If you're still here watching, apologies for getting stuck on this problem. But I think we'll be able to get through it. We just need to figure out what we need to change and what ideally should be the way going forward. Alright, this is a Dolphin release. I am not sure. I will just restart. Oh, did you see the Dolphin on the little starting card? I thought that looked nice. Okay, so the Gradle sync is starting, and hopefully this just makes all the problems go away. It looks to be building. I'll open the log cat. Well, there are no devices. I guess the log cat is meant for devices, but it looks like oh, this is where it got stuck last time. All right, good. So that didn't make it go away. So is there anything else that I can do? It was not found. If I go ahead and check our proxy again, I just want to make sure the proxy is off. I'll check the connection by trying to access Google. Alright, the connection is successful. So why then does it do this for a new project? This is something I am unsure of. Ooh la la. Alright, I will copy this error now. Was not found in any of the resources. Sebren says I've not worked with Android for 5 years. Sorry, can't help. That's alright. Thanks for sticking around. Bug fixing is not that entertaining. Doesn't look that impressive. So I'm glad you're around, and I think I'll find an issue. I'll probably find a solution to it. I don't think it's very far, but it's just a bit new. Okay, was it found in any of the following repositories? Okay, good. build.gradle.kts. Okay, I'm using the latest Bumblebee. Oh, well, this is interesting. So in the build.gradle.kotlin file, build.gradle, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, build.gradle. I think probably it's a build.gradle file. No? Right? Is it this one or is it another one? Build.gradle. Oh yeah, I think it's this. So ID Kotlin X serialization. I don't know what does this do? I wonder what this does. Well, I don't know. Very well, let's see, apply. I don't know what version to apply here. Let's see if it works. Okay, was not found in any of the resources. All right, ideally I do not know what is going on here. Interesting. Is it because of, maybe it's because of this, but I don't think so. If I did, because I didn't include it in the dependencies yet, right? So that's why it's a little bit strange to me, but you know what, I'll take it out for now, because I just want it to build. I just want it to build. So let's try it again and let's see what happens. In the meantime, I will create a new project from scratch. I just want to make sure that I'm not doing anything fancy. I don't think I need to though, because the error has been consistent. So let's just keep looking to see. Maybe there is something I'm doing that's not right. New project. Let's see. It's a phone and tablet project. Well, I chose tabs before, and wait a minute, I'll go to previous tabbed activity. Okay. Well, this was my application. I'll call this mirror world auth v2. Auth v2. Okay. The language is Kotlin. Good. Prevent you from using the latest play services. Nah. Okay, good. Let's go. So this ideally should work. Most of these, because we just created a brand new project with the exact same configuration, so these should be cached, so the build should happen quickly, right? Okay, let's see. I want to see what is happening here. Again. Okay, but this time it's another one. This time it's com.android.application.7.3.1, which is quite strange. I will now Google this part. Okay, but this is not a plugin, is it? Is it a plugin error? Oh yeah, it looks like it came from the plugins. Yeah. Okay, this came in 8 days ago, and it's a new error. Check if this string exists. 7.2.2. All right, let's see. Try to change the order of the repositories. If you're in Iran, you must use a VPN DNS. Wow. So first is Maven. So he changed his dependencies to you need to add repository settings. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. The version that is failing to locate here is it's 7.3.1, and let's look at our settings.gradle. Google Maven Central, Gradle plugin portal, Google Maven Central. Wait, Gradle plugin portal, Google Maven Central. All right, and here as well, you need to add repository settings. Okay, so okay, to 7.0.0. Well, let's see if we do an older version, what will happen. Well, let's see. These seem to be related, so let's just try this again. Unable to find Gradle tasks to build symbol. What does that mean? Okay, so changing the version is a problem here. If I do 7.2.1, does that create an issue? It looks like there's only two files, well, two places where this is mentioned. If I rerun it, what will happen? That's odd. Let's try again. Oh, okay. All right, let's try again. Let's see if this will make that error go away. Okay. So line 3 of build.gradle 7.0.0 could not find this. This is very it's beginning to be very a little frustrating, because this should be straightforward. Maybe some maybe is there something I'm missing? I don't think so. I don't think I'm missing anything, right? Let's see here. Let's check. This one here is 7.3.1. If I were to just try again, what would happen? So now it's downloading this. Okay, 7.3.1 was not found. This is quite interesting. Any of the following resources is not in the org.gradle namespace. Well, I'm gonna Google this again and just make sure that I'm not missing anything. All right, that's unreachable. well, 7.2.1. Describe the issue. Well, okay. Okay, I also had clean proxy in my Gradle properties. Don't know if this. Oh, wait a minute. Where can I find Gradle properties? Okay, so it might have something to do with the proxy here. So I'm just going to open up my iTerm and going to see if I can. I don't know if I can find this specific. Do I have a .gradle? Oh yeah, I do. And do I have a? Well, let's see. Okay, I have a Gradle.properties. All right, let's see what's in here. There might be something in here that might actually be interfering. I found it. Oh Lord. So the issue was here. So let me just zoom in so you guys can see. It's a learning lesson. And when dealing with proxies on the internet. So a bit of background to this problem is that usually, so I work, most of the time in China, and because of the internet regulations there, I can't be able to access some repositories like Google or GitHub or something. So you have to install a proxy to be able to access them. Now, I had forgotten that I had actually set up one before on an old capacitor project that I was running. So that means when I go back to China, I have to remember to uncomment these. And so I will now exit this. I will say yes, and I will first quit this one here. So these were settings that I'd put in my .gradle properties file, and I just saw it on this issue thanks to these guys who posted it. This is actually a local problem. It's not an IDE problem. It's just maybe one of those things that not many people get to encounter. So if you do use a local proxy, just make sure to keep an eye out for that. So now that I have this, I think what I will do is I'm going to restart the IDE, because it's now going to resource all the entire configuration. So yeah, I think now I can probably build. Let's see what it says. It's now doing the fresh download for the Gradle packages. Wow, everything looks to be going on smoother now. That's amazing. All right, so that was my problem. Well, at least our stream is ending on a good note. We finally got it to build, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so apologies for that delay, but I'm glad it finally built. And let's see how it looks like, because I do want to see it in the simulator. So I'm just going to let it do that, and then we'll come to the end of our stream today. So thanks everyone. It is building, and I am yet to discover how much time we as developers spend looking at progress bars. I think it is a real issue. Yeah. All right, cool. I think this is all right. I don't think I need to tamper with this. I'll just see if I can run it in one of the simulators. So I'll just click the run button, and well, you know what? I think we might have a little bit more time to actually set up the SDK, because I do want us to do that. So it's now running. The build is now running. It's gonna set it up in a simulator. And let's see. I wonder if that, I wonder if it's done already, or did it seems to have done it so quickly. If I click run, what happens? How do I know that it's running? Any Android devs who might know whether something is running or not? I'm not sure. Let's see. If I hit debug, what does it do? Okay, well, let's see. If I do a device manager. Okay, okay, it says that it's terminated. What about this one? Emulator process for this is terminated. All right. Okay, I think I'm not sure how to make this work. All right, I will probably, let me try pairing with my Android phone, because I'm not sure how to make the simulator work. I have managed to use this, so I will use my Wi-Fi. This QR code is not going to work for you because you're probably watching from a different network, but I'm on the same network as my computer, so I just want to simulate it to actually make sure that it runs. Maybe in the next stream I'll figure out how to make it such that I can run the simulator, so everyone can, you guys who are watching live on the stream can also see this. If you're watching this video, if you're new to this video, I myself am new to Android, so I'm also figuring this out as I go along. Looks like my connection was successful, so I will attempt to run this app on my device. It looks like it's installing over there. All right, lovely. Yeah, cool. I wish I could I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's now running, so that's good. That's good. So I have 2 tabs that are running. That's good. So real quick, I'm now going to go ahead and install the SDK. So first things first is I will go to our downloads. I will drag this. I'll copy this from here. I don't think it was supposed to be in this directory, but yeah, this is here. Then inside the app, inside libs, and then paste that. How do I know where to paste it? I know where to paste it because of this tutorial here. So really, it's a very simple tutorial. If you're like an Android expert, this should not be complicated to do. You would probably already know, but I'm new to Android, so I'm figuring this out as I go. But I just want people to know there's a really cool SDK out there that you can use to build your dApps. So that is why I'm particularly trying this out, and just want to share the information, let everybody know you can actually build really cool dApps using the Buidl SDK. All right, cool. It looks like now we have this. I'm just gonna try and do a fresh build just to make sure that it actually works, and I think it does, because it now looks like it has pulled this in. And then the next part is I would need to look for the activities. So I wonder where the activities are. Okay, looks like the build finished. That's good. So it's if I okay, so if I okay, I have a debugger, I have a console. That's good. I'd like to, let me see if I can stop, and then I want to rerun the application. How do I rerun it? Does anybody know how to rerun an application? Or let's see. I click build. Okay, build finished. That finished very quickly. How do I rerun it? How do I rerun it? I'm not sure how to do it. Let me see. I'll check my app, because it had installed it locally. Let's see. Okay, so it's connected. Everything looks to be fine. but I cannot see the, I don't know how to rebuild this. Stop Android debugger, apply changes and restart. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's disabled. Okay, so how do I, oh, I guess maybe I have to stop the activity on my device. I have to close the app. Okay, now I've closed the app, and I guess I would have to build again. The build finished again very quickly, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to sync, and then all right, click the run button, and okay. Oh, now it's running. Oh, lovely. Okay, good. So I think the SDK was successfully installed, which I think is good. So let's look at the other instructions. It says here to oh, it was here in the dashboard. I need to find the activity, initialize with your API key. Okay, I am not sure where to find an activity yet, so I'm just going to search for the keyword activity. Is a main activity. I can see multiple of these, but I'll just, oh, this is the example. Let's go with this one here. Okay, so this here is on create. I can see a main activity in here. Let me see where this file is located. Okay, so I have page view model. So I wish I could show you guys what it looks like. I don't know, maybe I can. How would I share this with you? Unfortunately, since I'm not able to run it like on a virtual device, I'm not sure what to do with this. But I would have loved to show you how to make it, I would have loved to show you this application. So yeah, it would have been nice to do that. I'm just gonna try and see if I can get like another virtual device to run the app. Well, it seems to be failing. I'll figure that out later. But it seems to be like a simple app. I think maybe in the next live stream, probably later, in a couple of hours, in a few hours, we'll show you guys how to now actually import the SDK and create the view. My objective with this live stream was to see if I could create something that's similar to this demo that I made here for JavaScript, the equivalent, where you can click say login, and it will log in the user using the SDK. As you can see, that happened very nicely and very smoothly, very quickly, and actually it auto logs in the user if they're already authenticated. So we'd like to recreate the same thing. So allow me to thank you all for tuning in today. Apologies for the problems that we encountered today with setting up on Android. I'd like you guys to check out the MirrorWorld SDK. We're building an SDK that allows developers to build dApps quite easily on mobile and on the web. We have a focus on Android, on iOS, on Unity as well, and as well as JavaScript. And for now, we started with Solana, live on mainnet, and we are currently partially supporting Ethereum. The next chain we'll be going to is the Sui chain, Sui blockchain. It's in one of the new Move blockchains, and these APIs are really powerful. Just to show you guys an example, if you check out the API reference, for example, in JavaScript, these are all the APIs you can get. You can create marketplaces, you can create collections, you can mint NFTs into collections, you can list NFTs, you can buy NFTs, you can update listings, you can fetch NFTs by mint address. When your user logs in, you can get their tokens. It's actually here. These are the tokens I have in my wallet right now. As you can see, you can actually prove this by going to the Explorer, right, the DevNet Explorer, and you can see that in my wallet I have 3 tokens, well, NFTs, I mean non-NFT tokens, whose balances are not 0, whose balances are not 1. So you can see here, right, this is one of them. I'll just go back to prove that. And where is it? Oh, well, I have a lot of them actually. There it is, that one. And I have a number of them, and they're all actually inside this object. You can get my NFTs as well. So the NFTs, it actually comes with a deep query, so it doesn't just return the accounts. Most other APIs will just give you the associated token accounts, but with this you get the metadata as well for the NFT, which is really powerful. So these are all the NFTs I have in my wallet. You can get the user's transaction history, and we actually use this in our SDKs as well, in our wallet UI. You can transfer tokens, you can list tokens. So basically all these APIs are embedded in this SDK, which is really cool, very easy to use. And in case, for example, you're using a platform where you don't have, say, Android or iOS, you're using a different platform like Flutter, we welcome you to create an SDK for it. It's open source, all the code is open source. If you head on over to our documentation site and you click the GitHub icon, you can see in our GitHub org all the SDKs that we have: JavaScript, Unity, Android, iOS. They're really simple because they're mostly invoking HTTP calls to our API. The API documentation is very simple. It's very clear and easy to follow. All you need is an API key, and you can start building on Solana with speed. This is hands down the best Solana API that I know. We're constantly improving it. If you want to check out our roadmap, you can head on over to our projects page and you can see what we're working on right now. You can click the roadmap, and this is what we have right now in progress. A lot of these features are done. We still have more. So this is what we did in Q4. If you want to see what we did in Q3, we set up all the authentication and marketplace and wallet APIs, as well as the basic SDK implementations. So yeah, it's really exciting. And you know, if there's some way you would like to partner with us, maybe create content on it, or you'd like to just join our community, I encourage you to check out our Discord. The link to that is on our documentation site. Oh, I need to create a new one. Or you can visit mirrorworld.fun. Let's see, mirrorworld.fun/discord. I'll update this link as well. Wait, oh, it seems to be expired. All right, I will renew this. Apologies. But you can join our Discord. We'll share the link in this video as well, and I will update the link as well. So let me just send it in the chat. I will renew it. HTTPS. I might have forgotten to update the URL .fun/discord. I will make sure that this URL is renewed. So apologies, right now it's not very not I think it expired. I forgot to set it as never expires. But yeah, that is it for today's stream. I will continue this with part 2, and the part 2 should incorporate everything on the UI. Maybe we'll learn about Android UI. We will learn about the how to set up like authentication, and how to query some things about the user's NFT, etc. So yeah, that's it. So thanks everyone for coming today. I love you all, and until next time, God bless.